There's a lot of ways to introduce this man, but I happen to think that he says it best.
Hi, I'm Glen Campbell.
If you see your brother standing by the road with a heavy load from the seeds he sowed, and if you see your sister falling by the way, just stop and say, girl, you're going the wrong way. But you got to try a little kindness with a sure little kindness. Shine your light for everyone to see. And if you try a little kindness, then you overlook the blindness of narrow-minded people on their narrow-minded street. Don't you walk around or down and out, lend a helping hand, Lord, instead of doubt. And the kindness that you show every day is gonna help someone along life's way. You've got to try a little kindness, show a little kindness, shine your light for everyone to see. And if you try a little kindness, then you overlook the blindness of narrow-minded people on their narrow-minded street.
Welcome back. We were just talking, and that's what we're going to do the whole time. Just sit out here and goof around and play some great music. Thank you for being here, sir.
Oh, thank you for having me.
Glen Campbell is here.
Hey, thank y'all.
And thanks for introducing yourself. Nobody can do that like you.
Well, I would stand up and say a crowd like this. I'd stand up in the middle, and they'd all be applauding, going, and I'd say, hi, I'm Glen Campbell. Welcome to the show. We got it on tonight. But it's just normal. I say, hi, I'm Glen Campbell. It's nice to be here.
You've had so many honors and awards and hits. It's impossible to hit it all. We started making a list, and it's just amazing. In '67, had 4 Grammys for Best Country Western Recording. That's back when they called it Country and Western,
yeah.
Whatever the heck
I do
that
country
was.
and Eastern now.
Do you now? And then you also had Best Country and Western Solo Performance, Contemporary Male Vocalist, Best Vocal Performance Male. ACMs, you got 3 awards that year. Grammy next year, 4 ACMs that next year. CMA Entertainer of the Year and Male Vocalist of the Year. It just goes on and on and on and on, and it's so cool. I'm just very, very happy for you.
I didn't, the CMA then was so new, I didn't realize it was such a big deal then, you know.
Yeah,
There it is.
I'm sorry, pardon me. A little catering that
Don't eat that anymore. Yeah. And I didn't realize it was until, like, you know, then it started to really grow and grow and go. I think I was probably the third, maybe one, or the second one. But it is, CMA award is, that's really your peers getting right down to it and voting, you know.
That's big stuff. And tons of hits. By the time I get to Phoenix, I Want to Live, Wichita Lineman, Galveston, Rhinestone Cowboys, Southern Nights, they just keep going on and on. Many of them written by Jimmy Webb. Be here later.
We're going to sing a new thing. It's not a new thing. It's the one that he wrote about, you know, actually seeing a long-lost love and all that. It's just one of the most fabulous songs.
It is a great
No Signs of Age.
It's a wonderful thing. And I was watching you do it during rehearsal, and I couldn't help but think how appropriate it was for you to be singing No Signs of Age. Look at this guy. Do you mind people knowing your age?
Of course not.
This April, this
youngster
48
years old.
will be... No, he'll be about 12 in on the inside, but 62 on the outside.
Yeah,
that's amazing. Look at you. Incredible.
Thanks.
No, I was watching on the monitor during rehearsal, and you're sitting out here chewing gum and just goofing around, and you could have been 14 years old.
I'm still a kid at heart. I've always have been. It's amazing. My dad was a kid at heart. He was funny. He was jovial. I mean, up until he passed on when he was 81 years old, he was that way.
Yeah.
It seems to work.
Well, I tell you what, it's a tribute to your family that you were a happy kid, because you guys didn't have just a whole lot. D-Light was not necessarily at its financial peak in '36 or so.
Right.
Was it?
I was born at the end of the Depression, April 22nd, 1936, and there were poor times, you know. But we were happy, you know. You were, you know, eating what you could and breathing and, you know, working.
Yeah.
Everybody had to hold up their end. If you didn't work, you didn't eat, you know, more or less. But and growing up with all the older brothers, I was a 7th son of 8 boys and 4 girls. And that's the old joke, I always say it, you know, I never knew what it felt like to sleep alone until I got married. That was frightening. And, but it was fun, you know. And Daddy'd always tell, you know, he'd tell jokes, you know. He said, he taught us all how to swim. He'd take us out in the middle of the river and throw us out, and we'd have to swim back to the bank.
Right.
And Dad said, they could swim back to the bank all right, but getting out of that sack was the hardest part.
Oh. No, but, you know, speaking of that, you did, like, pretty much almost leave us at age 2, didn't you? Didn't you?
I did. I was about 22 months old, somewhere along in there, and the old river, Ozan Bottoms over there, it's between Hope and D-Light is where it is. You know? So it's...
Oh, yeah, we all know right where that is. Don't we all know where they... Yeah, okay.
Well, I figured they did since Clinton was from there.
Yeah.
And the Ozan Bottoms, and the river was up. And Dad said he lost more eggs that year because the chickens would have to roost on top of the fence posts. When the river was up, the river would be up 2 or 3 feet. The house was on stilts like this high.
Right.
And they had a thing across plank over to the store. Yeah. Dad made a makeshift, and then I was going to go for the store, and I fell off the plank into that old slough, and that was it, you know. And they'd already given me up, and my brother Lyndall come home from school, and he'd been taking CPR, CPZ, or something like
Whatever that. Whatever it was back then, yeah.
He'd been back then, and he revived me, and they said I was already just turned so brown, you know, from. And Lyndall revived me. I said, God, he wasn't ready for me then, so he threw me back and said, here, wiggle a little more down there. And we'll see how you turn out.
Well, we're glad you're here, and we're glad you're wiggling.
I am, too. I really am.